back in my cozy little room, which I am so happy to be here. I was away for about a month, which is just like such a long time to be away from home. I had such an amazing time, and the travel vlogs are up for you now. We've got 3 of them. We've got Paris, Edinburgh and Kamoli, which was just such a special time. I ended up spending my birthday alone in Paris. I turned 28, which just feels really scary. But all of those travel vlogs should be up on my channel now if you're seeing this video. I still am yet to edit Kamoli, which I am really excited for because that was just the most special part of the trip, and I feel like that was the part that I just really got inspired by. I was with just such an amazing group of girls, and it was like the first time I've been surrounded by like other creatives or people that do similar things to what I do, like journaling, content creation, knitting, things like that. And it's no secret that like working for yourself is quite a lonely thing, and I especially don't know anyone else that not only works for themselves but like does what I do, like content creation. So it was really nice to be around other people that do this, because for a while this was just seeming kind of like a pipe dream, just something that I was working towards but it was never going to happen. But seeing other people that have made it happen for themselves or are in the process of making it happen for themselves just made it seem more real. Like I'm not just like, it just made it more like something that I am capable of achieving. It was just really nice to be around like-minded people doing like-minded things, and it just made me feel so inspired and so excited to just come back here and create. And that's exactly what I'm doing today. When you travel to like Europe, or like when you travel to the Northern Hemisphere from Australia, it's very jarring coming back home. When you like go over there for European summer and then come back home, it's like dead winter here. Like it's so just the complete polar opposite that I feel like, yeah, in the past I've definitely experienced like post-travel depression and then also like winter depression. So it's not been fun. And like after coming back from a holiday, like where you're seeing big, beautiful, amazing things, it's can get hard to come back to your like daily routine in life and just back to reality. But I've really just been excited to come back to my little rituals, literally like things like my teapot. I actually missed my teapot, and first thing I did today was like make a pot of tea. Just small things like that. Like I've just been excited to come back and do. By the way, if you're new here, my name is Cass. I live in Perth, Western Australia, and it's my dream to just create content that really resonates with people, inspires people to be creative, to take things slow, live a slow life, because as I'm getting older and like closer to my 30s, which is just wild, I'm just craving the slower life. So I also have a snail club, which I'm currently doing some stuff for the next edition, which I'll talk to you about. But I also love to knit. I have knitting patterns available on my website, which I am so proud of, and it's definitely something I want to go like get back into because I haven't designed something for a little while. Other than that, I create content here on YouTube and I create content on TikTok and Instagram, and yeah, I want to inspire people to do just that, and I hope you feel that through my content, something that I'm gonna continue to do. But yeah, we've got some big dreams here for my YouTube channel and for just like brands that I want to work with and things like that. I'm just like trying to get things in the works for making this become my full-time job, because that is my dream. Like I said, I'm working on this month's cozy mail, and I've been doing cozy mail for just over a year now, and it is so much fun. It is just something that really gets me just creating. Like every single month I put out, you know, a new edition, which usually includes, you know, a postcard, sticker, things like a letter, sometimes some extras, craft prompts, things like that. And each month I try and do something new, or like just get inspired by something new. I had someone ask me how I think of, you know, each edition for my mail club, and honestly, inspiration comes from literally anywhere and everywhere. This month it's inspired by 2 things. One, my trip to Kamoli, and to my cross-stitch tattoo, which I got. I got this cross-stitch tattoo in Paris, and I feel like it's been like a trend that's been going around, but I love the look of cross-stitch tattoos. So I had the idea to kind of get a picture from my trip. This is me in Kamoli, and kind of do my cross-stitch tattoo, like actually cross-stitch it onto this image, and that will be the postcard for this month's Cozy Mail. Like, this is just something so out of like what I usually do for Cozy Mail, and I absolutely love it. It's just like doing things like this that just really fills my heart and fills my cup. So I'm gonna actually take this to the couch and finish it off because my back's kind of hurting sitting on this chair, but I just wanted to chat with you guys that's what I'm doing. Also, I've realized very quickly I've done this much of this giant flower. I realized I really do not like doing cross-stitched. I love how it looks, but this is not the hobby for me. But I'm a completionist, so I have to finish this obviously because I don't have any other ideas for Cozy Mail for this month. But this is not a hobby that I love. And you know how in like some ads or like movies or whatever they say like, you know, no animals were harmed in the making of this film. I was harmed in the making of this. I've pricked myself so many times. I've made my finger bleed. They say you have to suffer for your art, right? Have a cozy night in, finish this off. And yeah, it's so good to be home. I finished my little cross stitch and I absolutely love how it turned out. It's exactly what I wanted, and I scanned it in and turned it into a postcard for August edition of Cozy Mail, which is so exciting. And then I also turned the cross stitch rows into a little sticker, so hopefully those arrive soon so I can show you. Otherwise, follow me on my Instagram because I will always post it there first. But I just loved doing something just this fun and creative. Like, it's just been really nice that since coming home, like I've just been feeling really creatively charged. Like I've been filming a lot, I've been journaling a lot, doing things like this. Like I'm just feeling really good. So yeah, I'm just really trying to enjoy it whilst this feeling is here because I know it doesn't last forever. I've been sorely slacking with knitting content and I am so sorry about that. I know a lot of people will have followed me for my knitting content, and while that isn't going away, or it has a little bit, I still love knitting and I will always still show it in my videos. I just felt that it really put me in a box, and I'm a normal human girl. I do have a lot of other hobbies, and sometimes I get in a knitting slump, and when I would get into a knitting slump, I would then be like, well, I can't make any content. Like, it would just feel like my whole personality, like, was just, I don't know, it just was like a really weird like box that I'd put myself in when I was just making knitting content, which is why I've been doing more like cozy vlogs and stuff, as you guys will have seen as you're currently watching, and I hope you guys are loving them. I've gotten some comments saying that people have followed me for my dating content but have stayed for the cozy crafty girl vlogs that I've been doing, so I really appreciate you guys. That's not to say there won't be knitting featured on this channel. There definitely will be. I'm just having a little bit of a moment where I'm still knitting behind the scenes, but I'm not really making that much content about it because I'm going really slowly. Or at least the project I'm working on is taking me a long time, and like the knitting content I was doing, which was like knitting a sweater in like 24 hours or like whatever, I just felt I was not enjoying it as much. I feel like I like to show you in more real time like this, like in vlogs like this, where I can just show you little updates on the projects that I'm doing here and there. So there's still knitting content in here, but it's just not as heavy on the knitting content as it once was, if that makes sense. I guess I have to show you some knitting now, but this is the project I've been knitting on for months and months now. It is the Stockholm sweater by Petite Knit. This is gorgeous V-neck in this pink color is perfect to me. It is amazing. I'll put the yarn on the screen, but it is one of the recommended yarns in the pattern. So It's absolutely gorgeous. I did finish the body whilst I was in Europe, but then I tried to do the ribbing and realized that I didn't have the right size needles for the ribbing, so I had to wait till I was home to do that. So I'm gonna do that soon. But then I started knitting on a sleeve, but then I ran out of yarn, so I need to go to the yarn store and get some more yarn. That is what I am currently knitting on. As for reading, I've been in a really big reading kick since being on holiday. I have like books on every single like form of reading you can do. Like I have an audiobook, I have an e-reader book and a physical book. So starting with the physical book, I'm reading Agua Viva by Clarice Lispector. I actually have read this before, but it was very, very early on in my, I guess, reading journey. I'd say it was like maybe 2 years ago now that I really got back into reading as an adult, and I started reading like classics, and I started reading like more like complicated literature than I had read previously in my life. And this was one of the first books I picked up. But I think my, I don't know, not my vocabulary, but my understanding of like stream of consciousness and like more, I guess, thought-provoking literature like this just wasn't as developed as it is now. And so now that I've read more thought-provoking books, I just thought I would understand this a lot better now, and I actually do. And I've been like underlining things and writing notes about, I guess, my interpretation of what Clarice is saying in this book. Because if you didn't know, this is a very, very short book, and Clarice Lispector is just an amazing author, and she basically just writes like a whole stream of consciousness in this book. It is just her thoughts and meditations on everything in life, on just being a woman, and just, it's amazing. But I think the first time I read this, I was just like, I did not, like, everything just went over my head. Like I just did not understand what she was trying to say. But I've given it another go, and I'm already just understanding it so much better, which I think is really cool to know that I have definitely developed my, I guess, understanding, and just reading has definitely helped me intellectually, I guess, which is cool to know. Anyway, for ebook, I'm on my Kobo, I'm reading Taiwan Travel Log, which was the winner of the Booker Prize this year. And I'm just over halfway now. I reached the halfway point last night. The writing and just the world that you're in of like exploring Taiwan, and just the conversations the like author and the interpreter have about traveling and life is really cool. I'd say it's not super plot heavy, but it is an enjoyable read. So that's what I've been reading on my e-reader. And then for audiobook, I've been listening to Yesteryear, which I feel like has just been just all over my social media. So I was just like, I need to read this, and I'm like hooked. I've just been like listening to it whilst I've been like on my walking pad every night, and it's been really nice. It's become one of my favorite rituals, also going on my walking pad at night, putting on a audiobook. But let me know in the comments what you guys are currently reading, because I can always use more book recommendations as well. Anyway, thanks for listening to me yap as always. I'm gonna go edit now. It was so lovely to go to that restaurant today. It was just so quiet, and for the first like hour and a half I had absolutely like the whole restaurant to myself. It was really nice, and just the food there is so good. I just think it's a really nice atmosphere, and I definitely want to keep going back there more regularly. I really want to take myself out more, because since I work from home, I'm at home all the time, and I'm such a homebody as well, so it is sometimes very hard for me to leave the house because I just love being at home. But it was really nice today to just go out and enjoy some good food, some quiet atmosphere, have a cozy little time reading my book, journaling, doing a little bit of work. I did then end up going to Daiso because I just really wanted to, so I thought I'd show you everything that I got in this little bag. It's been a while since I've been to Daiso actually, but I just had such a fun time. The main reason I went were for these little bowls. I just got 2 of them, and this is inspired by my gorgeous friend Eileen, who owns a matcha brand and has a little matcha store, and she uses these as her like matcha bowls. Like she whisks her matcha in these, and when I saw them I was like, I need to get them because they're just so cute. Like they're polka dot. Like if you know me, you know I love a polka dot, so I got 2 of these, not to be matcha bowls, but just as little bowls for like my yogurt, my whatever I eat can go in these cute little bowls. I also then got this little, you can see by the picture, like washi tape dispenser thing. Like you can put maybe 5 or 6 washi tapes in there, and then use it as a tape dispenser. Nothing that exciting, but I feel like a very necessary thing for a crafty journal girly, I also got this teddy bear measuring tape because how could I not? That's just so cute. You like press the little bear's nose to get the tape back in, and I just thought that was really cute. Finally, I then got these like onigiri shaper things. I've made onigiri before and I didn't have molds. I just like molded them with my hand, and it was so messy and they just kept falling apart, and it just wasn't it. So I found these onigiri molds at Daiso, and I was like, that's perfect. They are quite small, but that's okay. I feel like they're going to be a really good like tool for me to use to make my onigiri. So that's everything I got from Daiso. Very random, but it was really fun to look through Daiso again because I love just taking a little gander at random little things, little trinkets and little knickknacks, This past week has been actually really nice. I've just been feeling in a really good mood. Like I've just been so back and just so creative and so just happy and content and very calm. So I'm really enjoying this feeling. I also finished listening to Yesteryear yesterday, which I was on my walking pad. I've been loving a little walking pad audiobook moment. I think I've already said that. As it ended, I just sat there for a while, just like contemplating what the heck I'd just listened to. And I love a book that can do that to me. Like after I've finished it, whether it's audio or like a physical book, I just like sit there and stare at the wall and just like question my whole entire existence. I love a book that makes me do that, and Yesteryear definitely did that. It's definitely worth the hype. I was gripped the whole time. That's like a 12-13 hour audiobook, and I was so gripped. I had it playing all the time. Just it was so good. So definitely recommend. I'm now reading Ernest Hemmingway's A Moveable Feast. This I am reading because I miss Paris. I always miss Paris. And if you didn't know, this is basically something that Ernest Hemingway wrote about his time in the 20s, I believe, living in Paris, which I think is really cool. The cover literally has a picture of Shakespeare & Co. on the front, and there's a chapter about like him at Shakespeare & Co. with the founder of Shakespeare & Co. And I actually bought this last year in Paris at Shakespeare & Company. There's the little stamp, and I just haven't read it since I got it. So I am reading this. I'm about halfway through now and I'm loving it. So that's what I'm currently reading. Anyway, I want to thank you guys for joining me on this cozy, crafty little vlog as always. Thank you as always for watching. It means the world to me to have you guys here watching my cozy little life and hopefully getting inspired to create something for yourself today. Just spend a little bit of time on your hobbies, get creative. I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.